Hey, my name is Doug Gertner. I live here in Nashville, Tennessee, and actually have two kids who aren't much older than you. I've got a boy who's 14 and a girl who's 13. But I run a healthcare company called IVX Health. And in essence, we take care of patients and try to keep them healthy and try to keep them out of the hospital. This is a company that I've been at for 3 years, but actually was started by an individual in Kansas City. And I think his mission from day one was to help people who have some kind of chronic condition stay out of the hospital. And that's really what we focus on doing. So while I joined our company about 3 years ago, the company was actually started in 2013 by a gentleman named Don Peterson. And for Don, he really wanted to help patients. And for the first 5 years or so of running that business, he did pretty much everything. So he was the bookkeeper, he took out the trash, he scheduled our patients, and he hired our nurses who could take care of our patients for us. He also spent a lot of his own money to help run the business. But ultimately, he realized that there was a real opportunity to help even more patients than those that were just in Kansas City. And so one of the parts of the process that he had to go through was to raise money. And in any company, that's always important, because if you want to grow, oftentimes it takes money to do that. And so Don went out and found some investors. These are professional organizations that manage a lot of money. And he basically gave them a business plan that said, listen, instead of just helping patients in Kansas City, I want to help patients across the country. And so those investors agreed to give him money, but they also asked that they bring in some other folks who had some different experiences than Don, maybe experiences in bigger companies. And that's really where I came in. I had worked at a company you may be familiar with called CVS. So worked with 200,000 of my closest friends there. And it's a really large company. And one of the things you learn at these bigger companies is how to do things at scale. If you think about the best brands that are out there, whether it's McDonald's, whether it's Marriott, whether it's Uber, all of these companies do a really, really good job of delivering a consistent experience no matter where you encounter their business. And that really was the goal that we had for IVX Health and why I was brought in to help the company go from Kansas City to where we are today, which is in 13 markets. We're in 10 states, and we've got over 40 locations across the United States.